everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Doing Dating Right show. I'm your host, Ashley Empowers.
And I'm your other host, Carrington.
And on this show, we answer the questions that y'all send in about relationships, your walk with God, or really just anything in general.
Sure.
And today, Carrington is going to read the question.
Question today says this: my boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years now, and we share a home. We have had tons of ups and downs, but we're able to walk through most of them. Now I have a serious issue with him, and it has me questioning if I want to continue the relationship. I am super close to my dad. He pretty much raised me. He is 79 now and often needs help with little things like how to turn the TV back to the correct input and small phone issues. Also, he needs help with paperwork sometimes. He will call and ask me for help, and I try to assist him over the phone. If I can't help him via phone, he comes over. This happens maybe 5 times a month. The other day, my boyfriend got drunk and expressed his feeling towards my friends and family. He says he should be the number one in my life, and they all should come second. He pays all the bills, and I don't ask him how he feels about my dad's visit after he leaves. My dad isn't rude, and he interacts, and is usually only there for about 5 to 20 minutes, then he leaves. He also says he feels as though I put my friends before him, which confuses me because I'm a student, mom, and work full time, so I barely talk to my friends maybe twice a month and see them maybe 4 times a year. He is starting to make me feel as though he wants to be my world and my life, and he desires for my life to cease to exist, which is really starting to disgust me. I don't want my man to feel as though he is in competition with my father. However, I don't want him to try to make me push my father away either. Am I misunderstanding his reasoning, or should I leave him? Listen, I'm going to start this one out. Listen, who cares, right? Let's talk about the real issue. The real issue is that you've put yourself in a situation that you shouldn't be in. You're living with an individual that you aren't married with. So from his perspective, even though you're not married, you're living with him and he's paying all the bills. So from his perspective, he's number one. He should be the number one priority over anybody else. And that's the issue, right? The reason why he feels like that is because you're living life outside of alignment and outside of the will of God. A husband is supposed to be primary, right? It's go God, then you, then husband or wife, right? But husband or wife is primary over everybody else. He's not your husband, but he has husband expectations because y'all are in a husband position in the form of y'all living together. And so the big issue has less to do with your father coming over and the feelings that he has, and more so have to do with you choosing to position yourself in a place or a space to where your boyfriend has husband expectations without the covenant.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that was my mindset. He says that he needs to be first. He's not your husband. Like, I understand he's paying all the bills, but still that doesn't mean he can control you. And that's what he sounds like he's wanting to do. He wants to control the amount of time that you spend with your family. He wants to control the amount of time that you spend with your friends. Yeah. He wants to control the amount of time that you're spending. It's just too controlling. Yeah. But I love what Carrington said. You put yourself in a position that you weren't even supposed to be in. Yeah. So honestly, your question was, should you leave him? Leave him. Maybe you guys can work this out. Should you move out? Absolutely. Sure. Yes. Get your own space. Therefore, you will be in charge of your own life.
But I think that's the overall solution.
Just move out.
You don't need to leave him. You need to get back in alignment. Yeah. Because if you get your own place, he ain't got to worry about your daddy coming to his house so much because your daddy going to be coming to your house.
Yes. So that's the solution. Get back in alignment. Get back in alignment. Get back in alignment. Period.
Simple.
It will go well with you if you move out and the next man you move in with, let it be your husband.
For sure.
Thank you so much for sending in this question. If anyone else has questions for Carrington and I, email us at info@802gametime.com. Also, you can follow us on social. I'm at Ashley Empowers.
And I'm at D. Carrington Brown.
And
comment below if you tell your daddy never to come to your house again.
I mean, he's 79. He's like a grandpa. I would be cherishing every moment I can. 100%. And then the fact that he sometimes he doesn't know how to change his TV back from the input to input. I'm like, it kind of even makes me emotional. Like, Yeah, like spend that time with your dad. Allow him to come over, and just don't be in a situation where that's so controlled, because life is short.
100%.
So thank you again for tuning in. We'll see you next
Peace
time.
out, y'all.